Butternut squash, take one.
Hi, this is Kim McFadden with Bleu Laurel Wellness. Today we're going to work with butternut squash. When you select a butternut squash, they are in season in September and October, but they're available year-round because of our worldwide supply chain. So what you do is you want one that's firm, matte in its finish, and you want it to have some heft and no soft spots. So this process I'm going to show you works for all squashes. So this is a pumpkin pie squash. And the thing you should know about squashes though is they grow on the ground, so don't discriminate. As long as this is hard and firm and it has the same texture as the rest of the pumpkin, this is a perfectly wonderful one to select. So you're going to start out by carefully always keeping your hand above the blade, especially because you're going to have to use some force here. You want to be super careful. So get it started is the safe way, and then push down. And then push down. And I do this from this end first and this second because this is hard to get through. So what you do is you get it started, and then you can kind of use the cut as your guide, and it keeps the blade safe as well. So now I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to go all the way through. Okay. The next step is scooping out the seeds. So I just use a spoon and scoop out the seeds. You don't have to get every little bit of pulp out, but the seeds, they're just not so tasty. Okay, so once you have managed to get all the seeds out, I cook these in a water bath because it allows for slow, even cooking, and it roasts them. I use a shallow baking dish and parchment paper because I'm all about the easy cleanup, and the parchment paper keeps it from getting all gummy. I put them face down in the baking dish, and then a little bit, about a ½ inch of filtered water. And into the stove they go, 350. They take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on how big. I set a timer for about 40 to start checking them. And through the magic of video, this is what it looks like an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour or so later. So how to tell when butternut squash is done. This has been pulled out of the oven. Normally you would do this with a hot pan. It's going to be, on your oven rack that you've pulled out, or safely, or on top of your oven. And so there's a flesh inside of the butternut, and then there's the skin. So what you're looking for is a little resistance, and then it glides in. A little resistance, and it glides in. Much like a baked potato, you get that surface resistance and it gives. And then make sure you test not only at the neck, but also at the bulb, because they cook at different temperatures and at different rates because they're different densities. And that is how you tell. It's easiest to scoop it out when it's hot. So this has actually, again, through the magic of video production, has been allowed to cool off a little. It's still warm, so it won't burn my hand. So what you do is just take a tablespoon, and I hold it, and I scoop it out. Sometimes it's easier if you put it down. And that is how you roast delicious butternut squash.